Hey guys, it's Oki here. I decided to remake the video I posted because it seemed a little bit arrogant and it sort of came out the wrong way. I think I was just sleep deprived. I still haven't slept, by the way. For some reason, I've been up since I came back from work. I'm gonna go to bed as soon as this video is completed. Okay, so the purpose of this video is to give you guys an idea of what's been happening in my life. I know the last time I posted a video, I think a couple of videos back, just two videos back, I um, posted a video right after I graduated, and I mentioned that I was studying for the MCAT. Well, I took the MCAT in August, and I uh, applied for med school. I applied to 15 medical schools. I think I spent somewhere between $4,500 to $5,000. I haven't gone back to calculate, but it's around that range, I think. And out of the 15 medical schools, I received three rejections before an interview. I received four interviews, and eight schools are yet to offer me an interview. So I just finished my applications in general. Completed my application around like early November. So my four interviews were all in December. So from December 6th all the way to the 19th. Um, New Jersey, Virginia, DC, and Tennessee. Those were the four locations of the schools I went to. I flew to the one in Tennessee and I drove to the rest. Um, so for the interview process, I went to studentdoctor.net. This is for the pre-med people who, want some, advice on how to prepare for interviews. There are a lot of tutorials out there. There's a lot of videos that give you feedback on how to prepare for it. But how I prepared was I went through studentdoctor.net and I reviewed the schools, the kind of questions that were asked to people who had already been to the interviews and their advice. I knew, for example, one of the schools that I went to was big on healthcare reform and big on serving those that are medically underserved and things like that. That's one of their passions. So I that's also what my passion is too. But I read up on healthcare. I read a book called "Healthcare Will Not Reform Itself" by George C. Halverson. He's the president of Kaiser Permanente, which is the largest health network in the country so far in America. So he listed a lot of issues that are wrong with the healthcare system, the U.S. healthcare system, and what we can do. He gave examples of what we can do to ameliorate, to better the healthcare system, basically. And yeah, I read up on some of his ideas, which were really good. And he's big on preventive medicine, which is something I'm really passionate about as well. So he mentioned, things that we can do to effect preventive medicine in this country. Anyway, so I read up in that book and I went for my interviews, and it definitely went well. When you go for an interview, be natural, be yourself. Make sure you read about the school, know what the school is about, the mission, the goal of the school. Make sure you ask intelligent questions concerning, first time USMLE Step 1 pass rate, for example. Does this school have any kind of academic support system, or is it like you're on your own? Once you start med school, you're on your own, no one cares about you, kind of thing? Or is there some type of network to help you pull through when you're having difficulty in some of your classes? Because med school is no joke, we all know that. So it's kind of nice to know that you have a buffer to fall onto if you're having some issues, you're having some problems. So these are some of the questions I asked the interview committees, and they asked me some serious questions too. They really, really put me underneath the microscope. They put my grades under the microscope. My first semester grades were not the best. My first year grades in college were not the best because I was working two jobs, using public transportation, had very little time to study. I did very well in high school. I got like a 3.8. I was in the IB program, so I was a stellar student. I've always been a good student. So my freshman year in college was horrible So I thought, they really hampered and like, why did you get a D in this class? I was like, oh, that's the only D I got. How come we got like two C's here? And so I had to basically explain it, and they generally saw that my transcript had upward improvement. I did got like 3.6, 3.7 consistently from like second semester sophomore all the way to senior year, and I was doing really well in tough classes. I did internships. I worked consistently throughout college. I did grad school. So all this helped, and the MCAT I did the best I could. It was tough studying for the MCAT because, for one, I was working 60 hours a week. At least 40 hours a week while going to grad school. Finished grad school in May, kept on studying for the test. It was hard to study because I work nights, and then you sleep during the day. You have very little time to study, and then you have to go back to work. So it's like a cycle. So, but eventually I was able to just go and take it. I took the August one, and yeah, I prayed hard. I was like, God, please help me. But anyway, it turned out well. I did good enough to get into, I just got my first acceptance yesterday. I'm waiting to hear back from 3 more schools that had interviewed me. I think they gave me some, some hints that I probably will get in. They can't tell you flat out that you will get in because maybe it's, it's kind of, maybe it's wrong or something. I don't know, but they can't tell you flat out, oh, you're gonna get in. But they give me some clues, like, yeah, one school told me that you're not gonna be rejected. You're either gonna be waitlisted or accepted. The interview candidate, the interviewer told me this. So I'm hoping it's going to be an acceptance. So, because he's the only one that interviewed me, and he's going to obviously vouch for me. He told me he would do his best to vouch for my candidacy for that school. So that's a good feeling to have. So yeah. So I'm waiting to hear back from 8 more schools. So hopefully by middle of January, I should get more interview offers. My dream schools are UVA and Yale. So UVA because it's really close to where I live in Maryland, and Yale because I love their curriculum. They don't really emphasize on grades that much the first 2 years, and you do a thesis at the end of the 4-year. You start on your thesis first year. So, and you just do research, and at the end of the 4th year, you give a dissertation as part of the completion of your program, the med school curriculum. So that's pretty awesome. I love research. I want to go into stem cell research, so it works well for me if I get into Yale. So yeah, so that's it. And as of fitness, I've been working out consistently. I have a training buddy. He's very motivating. I've gained. I weigh 224 now. I used to weigh like 215, 216 or so. So I've gained some pounds, and it's really muscle. I don't think it's fat that much. So I'm gonna show you guys how I look like later on. But for now, I need to sleep. Here's my glasses. Just brand new glasses I got. How does it look? Do I look nerdy? Does it fit me? So that's it. If you have any questions about med school, pre-med process, or whatever, feel free to post your questions. I try my best to answer it. I'll keep you guys posted on how many schools accepted me, and what school I decided to go with as my final choice. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I'm gonna post another workout video later on, probably within the next week or so. Okay, I'm gonna do a workout video, maybe take a video in the gym. You guys see me work out with my training buddy, so you can get an idea what we do. Alright, so thank you so much. Rate and subscribe, you know what to do. Thumbs up. Alright, thank you so much. Bye-bye.